You would notice I have the original DMs to the left, your Copernicus and Allos were 3D. And if you look at the legend, where I'm showing the absolute height error, what you notice to the right is that after implementing the correction, you see how the absolute height error, many of those places that are in bluish or reddish, you see how they've framed out the errors and they're now yellowish on the right. You know, that's a molecular hydrography, different, whether it's your land surveying, and you have data, that data can be ingested into this framework. Whether it's atmospheric remote sensing, you can ingest data into the framework. It's quite robust and scalable to help you reduce the error in your data set and improve its overall quality. What I've done here is I've created some other maps just to demonstrate the value of machine learning for DM correction. And so if you look up there, you will notice to the top left, you will see LiDAR. Now that LiDAR is 2-meter LiDAR. It's a centimeter level accuracy LiDAR, 2 meters. And then the Copernicus DM, the original one, which is 30 meters, is to the top right. And you can see the correction down below. The correction which was achieved using machine learning. What you will notice in the high resolution LiDAR, if you look at that river channel where I put those arrows along the river channel. Now that river is called the Dieppe River in Cape Town, South Africa. I put those arrows there. If you notice on the LiDAR, you will notice how very detailed that channel is because it's a higher resolution and your LiDAR has a higher level of detail. When you look at the original Copernicus DM, which is a global DM, you will notice that you see some bumps along the channel of the river, which is what we expect. It's a global DM, it's 30-meter resolution, it's free, it's not as expensive as LiDAR. The one on the left where you see 2-meter LiDAR, in Nigeria, I don't think you can get LiDAR that's good for free. I was fortunate to have it for Cape Town. So in Nigeria you can't get. I know we have some states that have done mapping. LiDAR mapping. It's very unlikely that you will get that data. I've tried getting in Nigeria before and it's never worked. That is why a lot of us rely on global DMs like Copernicus. Even in the Soviet General's office, back then when I used to do some work with them, we were using a spot DM, in producing topographic maps. Even that spot DM was not free. I know that Osdorf bought it, had to pay for it. But DMs like Copernicus, which is kind of like a gold standard in terms of global DMs, they're free. They're free for use, So if you don't have LiDAR data and all those high resolution data sets, which are usually not available, you can actually take advantage of global DMs. Now, global DMs come with a lot of benefits, but also have some limitations in accuracy. That's why you can use machine learning to improve the accuracy. When you improve the accuracy, you can produce contours that are more accurate. You can do your flood and hydrological modeling, can be more precise. In your artificial blockages when you are doing your flow modeling. And so this correction has helped slides in case you want to learn more about what I've done.
Thanks for your presentation.
You mentioned that.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir. You have the floor, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Debbie, for that question. So, some of the challenges I had basically relate to data. And for example, you can see for Cape Town, I used where that is available to the public. I know that they acquired during the mapping, and it's something I've tried. So I was trying, so I used LiDAR data, high resolution LiDAR. We have ground control. I know that the OKOLIE is getting access to that data for research, but I wasn't successful. So in Nigeria, I think there's definitely issues with data accessibility, you know, and things like that. Now that doesn't mean if you don't have robust data for a study you need to do, it can definitely make things quite difficult. So those are some of the issues. Not to say you cannot replicate a study like this using a site in Nigeria. Bear in mind that while doing this work, I had a lot of limitation time to wait too long for certain, wait too long to see if some things could manifest, and not knowing how long it might. Definitely happy to advise on data sets you can exploit for doing.
Open for mentorship. And guys, if anybody is interested in this, we want to say a very big thank you. Well, we have another question, an area of concern. Yes, when the first thing on your list, you said machine learning, and machine language. We have an observation, a comment that says, how long will it take for a young surveyor who has of working with machine learning programming?
Okay, thank you. That's a very nice question because I was actually in that category before. You know, so all through my time as an undergraduate, even when I was doing my masters, you know, at the University of Lagos, you know, I was never good in programming. You know, it was something we did a computer applications in surveying course at Unilag. You know, when I was there. But there was no serious, there was nothing serious in programming, you know. So if I had a group work where some web programming was involved, I would handle the aspect of the work, you know, maybe data preparation and some processing, and someone else would handle that part, you know. So it was up until, and then I had made some attempts, you know. I started C++ some many years ago, you know, but I was never consistent. You know, so I can definitely relate to that question. It wasn't until 2020, I think 2021, that was when I decided to sit down and start. It was just a matter of overcoming that fear that I had. Once I had overcome the fear, I realized that there was nothing really difficult in programming. So that's my own story. Just to let you know that, you know, it's an issue I had too, but you know, I was able to build in. If you want to be good in machine learning, if you want to be very good, you definitely need some programming background experience. So it's good to start with those courses like Python. You know, start doing some basic Python, R, even other languages. You know, but I prefer working with Python. I use R too, but I mainly use R for statistics. I do most of my programming with Python. So it's important for you to just start basics with the basics and be consistent with it. So it's consistency and discipline. That's what, without consistency and discipline, you can't really achieve much. So that's just how you take it step by step. So that's if you want to be, if you want to build yourself to a high level of proficiency. But if you don't really, if you don't feel it's necessary to build yourself to a high level of proficiency, there's a lot of analysis ready tools that input values and run what you want to do. So it all depends on what your goals are, your determination.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Okay, we have another question on the chat box, and this is from Surveyor Yusuf Arolambo. Nice one, Surveyor CHUKUMA. I am always happy to have you around. Data validation has always been a problem with interpolated data. But what you just did with machine learning is a way forward, or let me say, a way forward. I wanted to talk about generation DEM from GCP. You mentioned them. What do you think we can achieve with cores distributed around Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you very much, Surveyor Lambo. That's a very good question. Um, Data validation has always been a problem, like you mentioned, with interpolated data. That's correct. Um, Let me talk about the core data. Now, I know in Nigeria we have 4 stations that are spread around the country. You know, as at the last, I've done some work with the core data, you know, with Nigeria data. As at the last count, I think there were about 16 stations. I think most of them are probably offline right now. Now, the core stations we have are very good. Core stations are very good to serve as reference data to help validate your measurements, you know, from satellite remote sensing or other sources. So, for example, now your core data, because of the high degree of precision to which they establish, they can serve as reference points for validating, you know, other GNSS data. They can also serve as reference points for validating other types of data. For example, we have your water vapor data, precipitable water vapor, which is generated from GNSS. You know, you have all these satellite or global products like your ERA 5, where you get your precipitable water vapor. You know, if you have core data you can use your PWV from core data to help to validate, you know, your global data. And so it's very useful for a lot. When we come to digital elevation modeling, if you just have about 16 core stations or 20 core stations, it's going to be really tough to validate 10 billion pixels using just 7 or 8 or 10 points. So one of the rules distributed across the study site, and then you even have other rules that tell you the ratio of ground points to the ratio of height points, you know, from your global data you are validating. So that's the major limitation, you know. But the way to augment that limitation is to incorporate more data, you know. So for example, now you don't just use your core. You can also combine other passive controls you have, you know, whether your primary controls, zero other points that you have for validation. So that's you may not be able to do a reasonable DEM validation using only core data, but you can combine as much data as you have to do that. Gives me much more than I could ask for. I couldn't get that kind of density from ground controls. So it's definitely something that is doable. But you just need to have a lot of data, a lot of ground controls for that, not just the core stations which are few.
Thank you so much. I think this has been an enlightening section with thank you, PhD candidate in the Geomatics Division, University of Cape Town. We want to say thank you so much. All right. If you are from, we're going to be doing zone by zone. Look for somebody in this hall that is not from your zone. Okay, let's do state because zone from your state and get the person's contact. 5 persons. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's stand up. Let's have an exercise. 5 persons in this hall. Please, can we all rise? All rise. Can we all rise? Can we all rise? Stand up. It has been a long time. It has been a long time sitting. Stand up, please. Please stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. It's an interactive time. Oh, please, let's have a brief interaction. You can meet people that are fellows in the Young Surveyor Network. Stand up, or it's going to be wrong to do it like that. Walk up to 5 persons. I will ask you for the phone number and the state of that person. I know people already. I know people already. I know people are with hunt. Walk up to 5 persons, sir, not on your table. Walk up to 5 persons after connecting. Because if you're sitting next to somebody and you don't know the person till now, after spending 5 hours. Our fellow wants to have our number. Please take pictures with whoever you see now. 5 persons, I'm coming to you. I don't have your contact, but I've seen somebody I want to ask for contact. 5 persons, network is networking. Yes, please, what's your who did you meet?
Network.
Yes, who did you meet? Your first person.
My 070.
I feel like it's your phone number. Why do I feel like it's your phone number? Meet 5 persons now. Oh yeah, get his phone number. Is it from your stage? You know him. Come this way. Meet somebody this way. Hello, beautiful. How are you? So, which number did you collect? No. None. What's the name? My friend. What state? Cardinal State. For strange face. I know you're already Zachariah. I don't want your own. Look for strange face. Please, what's your name now? What's your name? It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay, are we ready for the next show? We as National Organizing Committee have been wanting to see somebody. We've been longing to see somebody while we've been having plans for this event over a month or two. And there's one active person on the group chat. And she's elastic. She's into events and decoration too. Also, she's who makes her wear. So I did.
Okay, my name is Emanuela. I finished from Kaduna Polytechnic. I'm a fashion designer, so female wears mostly.
Beautiful. DJ, come and reduce the feedback for me. It's too much now. You want to spoil my career. You want to spoil my career. Miss Purpose, who is ready to show?
Number one. Number one. In Katsina. Yeah.
What are the 5 numbers you've gotten from the north? 5 numbers you've gotten. Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for our stage chair. 5 numbers you've gotten. 5. You are still giving. Okay, so who has the last 5 numbers? Oh, come. Let's hear your time. Let's hear your experience. Come, let's hear your experience.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Zuleika. I'm a student of Kaduna Federal Polytechnic and I have 10 numbers already. 10! Yes. 10 numbers. Yes, I have 10. I have Fatima Hassan number. She's from Nasarawa State, Kolodo. I have Savio Winifred number. She's from Kaduna State. So I have a Quat Ann number. She's from Jos. I have a Mariam Jibrin. Mariam, where are you? Who else? So please, who have my number? I have so many numbers and no one have mine. Why is it like that? Please now. Who have my number? I have a very special number, very, very special. So how come I don't know. I have Okiki number. Okiki, you're welcome. Yes, he's from Kwara, right? Okiki, are you from Kwara State? Yes, I have Okiki number. It's just coming in. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Now, can we settle down, please? Can we come and settle down? We're going to do a lot of networking by Friday, and which is tomorrow. Please, can we settle now? Can we all settle, please? Can we all settle? It has been an exciting moment from having to have different facilitators come give us their best they could possibly give both home and abroad. We had interactive sessions that are started from early hours of the day where one of our facilitators will have gone to take us through this session, where the morning section. We are online to please. You can write your name. Introduce yourself online. Don't forget to introduce yourself online. Where you're watching from, where you are, your name and your state, and where you're watching from. What you present. If you're online, you can also do that for us. Now we are going to thank you so much. Please come and settle down. Take it up, soundtrack. I know we'll teach you a problem. Please, can we settle down? It's been an interactive time and want to hear what you've learned so far. Having to have listened to the various speakers from day one to this one. Want to know what you've learned so far?
My man.
Okay, please, can we all settle? Thank you so much.
When I enter, I say, where is it? They say you are around.
Please, can we settle? Hello, sir. Thank you so much. Please settle down, please. Yes.
Sightseeing tomorrow, and maybe you guys will have to go out there and see some other part of Kaduna aside this one. Talking about data management yesterday, and the AI, the person, the keynote speaker yesterday talked about geomatics in aviation. Geomatics in aviation. It was a very nice session. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to learning more as time goes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. The catch lecture for him was on the aeronautic class that was oh, I see somebody. That was on aviation, surveillance, in all of surveillance in the aviation industry. So that's beautiful. So, Yuma, what was your catch?